Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy MKS here. Hope everyone's well. Um, this is another one of my football videos. I thought for a bit of fun or something different to my usual stuff, as I often do, like football stuff. So, anywho, as a fan of Italian football for more than half my life, I take things literally, so I wouldn't say a lifelong fan because that's a bit too literal, but you could probably say that, I suppose. But anywho, a fan of Italian football since I was roughly about 16, and unfortunately, I'm really old. I'm like 38, nearly. So, I don't know, my mental age probably doesn't seem it, but believe it or not, I'm 38. You can probably tell that's why I'm balding, unfortunately. But anywho, so for more than if you look at it, I've been a fan of Italian football for about 22 years. So it's only been about 16 years of my life, which I haven't. So clearly, over half of my life, I've been an Italian football fan. So anyway, I like to share my thoughts and ideas and try to have a bit of fun talking about my passion of Italian football and Celtic. It's another team I've supported for a few years, but not that as quite as many because I didn't really know much about Celtic till about a few. I can't remember how long I've been a Celtic fan for, but certainly not as long anyway. But so I thought I'd share some of my thoughts about Italian football in European competitions like the Champions League or the Europa League and things like that. So this is going to be hopefully part of a series that every now and then I cover, like about Italian teams' records and things. Like maybe find out some records about Italian football in the Champions League and Europa League, and then maybe do some as well, like outside of Europe as well, like the World Club Cup and stuff like that. So I hope to hear from like Italian fans who know any facts or statistics or records as well. You can comment in the comment section. So hopefully this will connect together Italian fans, and maybe, like as I've talked before, about hoping to make a connection between Italian football and Celtic. And I thought about I've seen some videos with like for some reason I don't know why I watch these, but just for entertainment's sake, I suppose I watched them about like football fans to hear their reaction of like Man United. For those who wouldn't know that, but I suppose if you follow football, you probably know what I mean when we say United. But yeah, so Man United fans who are talking about like what they ask for from their club, like any manager who comes in, they want them to play what I would call enterprising football, which is like attacking, entertaining football. They want them to develop youth, and obviously, eventually, they want them to develop to bring in trophies. So I was thinking like what the Italian league and national team can do to work together, and so I haven't quite wrote all those ideas on paper yet, or made some videos about them, but those videos that I wanted to make. Yeah, sorry. But how I hope for, as I say, potential ideas like how when a new manager comes in, or a new coach or manager, they can like talk about how the league could ask them to have their 5-year plan or 5 to 10-year plan about what their vision for the club, respectively, like AC Milan or Inter Milan or whatever other club. So any new owners coming in, like or just general like fans could say like, what's your 5 to 10-year plan? And as I said before, I know Italian football is known to be a bit defensive, so I was thinking like Italian football could be more attacking, enterprising, as I say, playing entertaining football, and probably learn some stuff from Man United, as they're quite famous club and all that. But like obviously maintain that defence, but also go out and attack. So as with all these videos, I'd love to hear what football fans think, especially Italian fans and Celtic fans as well, especially. But just generally, obviously anyone's welcome to comment, but especially football fans generally as well, what they sort of think. And again, especially Italian and Celtic fans, or people with just, as I say, a general interest in football. But as I say, probably shouldn't have tea at this late night because it's like 12:30 midnight. But anyway, so yeah, like the 5 to 10-year plan, like possibly playing a bit more attacking football, how they're going to build the brand of their individual club, and then people who are involved in Serie A, how they can build the league itself, and how like developing youth. So even if, like, say, a team like AC Milan doesn't deliver a trophy within, certainly not internationally, so not in like Europe or outside of Italy for like a couple of years at least, or something like that, then hopefully they'll deliver a trophy within like 3 years. Like that could be like the goal of the fans. Like say that we want you to deliver, to develop, to play attractive and entertaining football. Also, like still have a good defence and like develop youth, and we'll give you a bit of time to actually deliver trophies and things like that. So I'd love to just share my vision about things like that, and how I'd love Italian teams to do better in European and international competitions. And so hopefully I'm going to include quite a few on this, like as a series. And again, how I'd love to get Italian fans, people from Asia, which I support, which I hope to support in other ways, like financially. But I hope they will. I like to mix it up a bit. Sorry for repeating myself again, but from some of my previous videos. But yeah, so I have this quirky thing where I support Italian football, but I support other countries like Asian and African nations in finances or economics. But obviously, football now is very financial. So I have this imagination. Like, imagine if Italian football was as rich as possible, maybe even like had trillions of pounds. But it feels a bit guilty, like thinking about all the problems in the world, like all the poverty, suffering, and all that, and to think about like putting football first. But I think Italian football could do a lot of good as well. Like, could do a lot more good. So if there was that kind of money invested, then I think part of it should be like 10% of it should go towards developing football academies in Asia that can link with Italians and train with them, and also like provide opportunities for people in Asia and Africa from slums and orphanages to play football. And like obviously that can in turn make what you invest can come back to you more, because like some people say, what you give, a lot of time you get back. I suppose I don't know if everyone agrees with that, but if Italian football like invests in football academies and things in Asia, then and again maybe in Africa as well, like and in the Americas and things like that, then maybe more people from those countries, those nations, and that could support Italian football in turn. So it's sort of hopefully mutually beneficial. Obviously, I want to benefit people in those countries as well, those nations, and like do things like water aid and provide clean water, food, and all that sort of stuff. So, football for good, and hopefully as an Italian fan, hopefully it will come back to the teams, like to the league and all that. And how I also hope to talk about how the national team can work with the league, so that like try and encourage the leagues to play more younger players and things like that, and so that can hopefully benefit the national team because they get more practice, more local players and things like that. So like having 3 under 21 players, mainly Italian, to play in the league, again hopefully that will give more practice time. And yes, I hope to come up with ideas like that over time, and hopefully I'll plan them out and think them through and do the best I can. So how to help Italian teams and hopefully build their brand somehow, and as best as possible, anyway, to help them have the best possible brand value, and again to connect Italian fans around the world. Encourage my fellow Anglo-Indians to be Italian football fans and things like that. So as ever, I'd love to know what you think. Hopefully it'll be polite, but and I'm struggling not to repeat some older ideas, but hopefully I'll come up with some new content. But yeah, so as I say, how like after, I'll say 5 to 10 year plans, and like playing entertaining football, but also and like building the brand internationally, but also like I say, teams like AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus, and whichever other town teams, but also at the same time, like even if they don't win trophies straight away, like to plan and develop, play younger players, and then hopefully the trophies within 5 or 10 years. Hopefully, Italian clubs will have like loads of victories internationally, and also hope to support the lower league teams and grassroots, if you like, and what Italian football can learn from other nations and that sort of thing. Anywho, hope I didn't waffle too much, and hopefully some out there will enjoy this video, or as many people as possible, of course. Anyway, I'm out. Peace and love.